Most B2B marketing gets ignored and it gets lost in the shuffle because everybody's trying to copy everybody. Nobody has any great ideas. And that is possibly part of the reason why your stuff just isn't working. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 simple steps to improve your B2B marketing based on my 25 years of experience. Roll intro, bumper, music, etc. All right, step 1, you got to have a clean website and easy navigation. You've spent time, money, resources, etc. to get the attention of who you're trying to go after. Now they're on your site, and are they actually going to hit and stick? Or are they going to leave once they see it? So go through your site with a fine-tooth comb. If you want, first look at your Google Analytics, GA4, and say, what are my most landed on pages? You can start there because that's where traffic's going to the most. And maybe that's why they're leaving, because they're not seeing the best thing that they can. But go through your website, especially if your site has like a handful, maybe like 5, 10, 15 main navigation pages. Go through and be like, if this is what I saw first in my company, is it impressive enough? Is it going to be relevant enough and really thought-provoking for the potential customer to say, hey, that person then wants to drive deeper into the site? Are there enough links, internal linking, pop-ups, sidebar, etc.? The navigation menu is very simple and structured. It's not using weird language. It's not using weird classifications or industry, sub-industries, product categories, etc. Is it easy to say, hey, I have this problem, which you should know about your market. You should know that they have one of, let's say, 10, 15 problems. If they have any of these problems, can they quickly just look at your navigation, say, here's where I want to go for more information? Or if they land on a page, can they say, hey, this person, this company knows what troubles I deal with. They know my pain points. I'm starting to build that trust with them because it's all about trust. Does your website say that? If it doesn't, make those changes immediately. If you need to clean up the language, images, icons, flow, is your page too long? Those are all things that you want to look at, because that could be drastically hindering how many people go to your website and go through to actual completion and conversion to a form submission. Number 2, show up where your buyer is. Where is your buyer? Are you there? Are you just waiting for them to find you? So many times B2B companies are like, hey, I've got a good presence on social media. I've got a good presence on Google search, but I'm not at the top. If you're not showing up where they're at, then you're not possibly going to get a click or even interest to start to build that trust with them. So look at the target demographic that you're going after. Where do they typically spend their time? You could say, hey, if they search for me and the services that we do or the problems that we solve, I want to show up in Google at the top of search for organic. I want to show up in AI overview. I want to show up in ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever the LLM is that they're using. You have to show up there. And then if they're not searching for you, then how do you get in front of them? Are you running paid media? Are you doing something on social media with paid media? If they're on social media, are you connected with them? So those are all the things you have to look at, is like, put yourself in the shoes of the buyer. Where are they typically spending their day? It's not just phones and emails. They're going to events, they're going to locations, they're going to different social platforms, they're doing searches on different platforms. Are you there in front of them? If you're not, create a quick strategy and say, hey, if I want to focus on organic, here's the area that I'm going to cover first. Let's say in the next 90 days, I want to increase my presence on ChatGPT because I know that my buyers and target demographics spend more time on GPT than other platforms. Or if you say, hey, they're all on LinkedIn because it's B2B, how do I connect with all of those potential buyers or influencers and then push content in front of them naturally through your feed? And understand, where are they spending a portion of their time? You're not going to be 100% accurate, but where are they spending a decent portion of your time, and what are you doing to get in front of them on those platforms or locations? And if you're not doing anything, then you need to put that down as your immediate next steps and test out that method, check the results, and then make adjustments accordingly. Number 3, be consistent. You have to be consistent. You can't just do one social post, make one video, write one article, make one adjustment to your website. This has to be a consistent thing. You're building the machine as things adapt and adjust in the market, as buyer behavior changes, as a search market changes, the platforms change. You also have to be changing with it. Too often B2B companies are like, hey, we did an article, we shot a video, we did that one time 3 months ago. That should be good. No, it has to be consistent. So create a schedule that you can consistently do. It should focus on content because you want to be the trusted expert in the space. In order to do that, you have to create some sort of written or video content, preferably video, put it in front of them on those platforms, like I said in the previous step, so that way it shows up, and then continue to do that. Sometimes it takes longer depending on the B2B service. It could take longer. So if you're doing like B2B tax planning or financial assistance or things like that versus B2B cleaning or professional services or you're selling a service to a B2B company, sometimes it'll take longer to build that trust to where you need more and more content to show up. It's more competitive, and also build that trust where they're like, hey, I know this person, I know this company, I know this brand, I know they can solve my problem. There's enough social proof, etc. The only way for them to find that is if you continuously adjust, adapt, and produce content, update your pages, update your website, update your social presence, and also make sure that you're updating all your search terms to show up and tracking and measuring those results. Number 4, try new things. I say this all the time. I just said this in a meeting I was in earlier today. Hey, I'll try anything once and see if it works. You have to be willing to go outside of the box and try it. I don't mean like, oh, we've never done snail mail before, let's try it. Yes, that is a good tactic, but if you're doing things consistently every single month or every single week, try something completely new. If you're creating graphics, try something that's completely outside of the box and just test it. If you don't try those new things while the rest of the market is figuring out what's working better, then they're going to leave you in the dust, and you're going to be that much further behind your competition. So those people that are trailblazers or trying brand new things, does not have to be anything crazy out of this world. Don't go into your LLM, ChatGPT, and say, hey, here's my company. I want something completely new to do for marketing to stand out in the B2B environment. It's going to give you a bunch of ideas. Most of them aren't going to be good. Just look at what you're currently doing and say, hey, we make videos, we write articles, we do social posts, we do emails. Do something completely different with that platform. Test it out and see the results. Sometimes you may think this isn't going to perform well, and it actually performs the best. So you have to be open to try new things and do them every single month. And lastly, number 5, you have to measure performance. None of this will work if you don't measure performance. If you're not going down the path and saying, I'm going to test these things, these platforms, consistency, trying new things, making adjustments to the website, and you're not checking and tracking the performance of that change, you can't possibly build on top of that. So think like you're trying to build a wall with bricks to be able to withstand the competition. If every single time you're knocking down all those bricks, you're not going to possibly build anything that can withstand the competition coming after you. So every adjustment that you make has to make it better and better. So check the visits, sessions, impressions, engagement, bounce rate on your website. Check how long are people going to your site, how deep are they scrolling on it. Check how many impressions you're getting on social, how many leads you're getting from the website. All those things matter to then fuel back to, these are the things that I made a change to. This is what worked, and then make additional changes from there to level up again, and then track those changes. That's the way that you're going to be the best. So if you're not measuring it, it's not going to be managed, and you're not going to be able to possibly go to the highest level that you can. So you have to measure that performance. All right, so just to recap, we're going to look at number 1, clean website, easy navigation. Number 2, you have to show up where those people are. Number 3, you have to be consistent. Number 4, try new things. And number 5, most important, measure those results. I can promise you that if you hit all those 5 different areas, you will see an increase in the performance of your B2B marketing. If you guys got value out of this content, share it with someone that you know. Follow me on all social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications, and I will see you on the next one.